two Board of Supervisor members, Mr. Riley, and the community members who are present tonight, I would like to introduce my service learning group. My name is McKenzie McNemar, this is Allie Howard, and Isabella Lambert. The movie that we are about to display highlights the importance that broadband has in our community. We participated in a contest sponsored by C-SPAN, which tasked us to create a film about an issue in our community. The theme for the project was a message to the U.S. Congress about important issues to consider in 2014. In alignment with the Technology Department's goals, highlighting broadband needs in the county, we picked the topic of broadband in Frederick County. We interviewed county officials and citizens, researched areas of need in the county, and created this video.
Hi, my name is Allie Howard, and our project was to bring awareness to Congress about the lack of broadband affecting our county. This video highlights the several key segments in our community that lack access with a connection to the internet, such as Shawneeland, Gore, Kernstown, Gainesboro, and Mountain Falls. At this time, we would like to show our video in its entirety. We use broadband internet connectivity to communicate with the world around us. We use it in our local government for safety and as a tool to plan for our future in terms of economic development and service extensions. Broadband is important in our schools for education and information access, and in our homes to communicate, entertain, and socialize. We can simplify by just saying it's access.
Broadband has to deal with the amount of data that can be transferred at one point in time.
My definition of broadband as an educator is high-speed internet and access to the internet everywhere that we could possibly be in the school system or in the county.
Broadband is the ability to bring high-speed network connections into buildings and homes throughout the community.
Broadband, as it relates to internet, obviously is a speed far above that of dial-up.
Broadband's an opportunity to advance technology to get information to people's houses, places of work.
The definition of broadband internet connectivity, according to the Federal Communications Commission, is broadband or high-speed internet access allows users to access the internet and internet-related services at speeds of 1.5 megabits per second or greater. This is significantly higher speed than those available through dial-up internet access services.
Recently, the county invested in mobile technology to assist its deputies while on patrol.
Broadband for the law enforcement officer is really a safety issue. When that deputy approaches that vehicle, he doesn't have any idea who's in that vehicle. A subject could honestly commit a homicide in Washington, D.C. and an hour later be in Frederick County. So to have that information before he approaches that vehicle is very, very important from an officer safety standpoint. And the broadband capabilities will allow us to do that within the cars.
Broadband can help protect the public by facilitating and promoting public safety information and procedures, including public alert systems and disaster preparation programs.
Without access to the internet, we're really unable to do a lot of things that are necessary for students in this digital age. A great example would be access to textbooks. Gone are the days of the traditional textbook that's bound in paper form and in the hands of every student. And everything from planning meetings to meeting virtually because you don't have the time to get to a location face-to-face. Working with kids on projects at long distance because every school isn't accessible every day. Answering questions on the fly via email, but having access to high-speed internet is essential in my role. The internet's the essential component in everything we do at this point in education.
The Frederick County school system has taken the leap into the 21st century by realizing the potential of using internet access to help students learn. Online books and virtual classes seem to be the future. This allows students the opportunity to have access to some of the best educators and learning materials. It also allows teachers access to students and information to keep those students engaged. However, in the underserved areas for broadband in Frederick County, many students must use substandard connections to do research, complete homework, and participate in online classes.
Without broadband, our entire life would be different. I wouldn't be able to see my family as much. I would have to drive into the city to conduct most of our business. The customers that I support, many of them I support in after hours and type of troubleshooting and resolving issues that, again, without having that connectivity directly to my home, there would be significant differences in the way that we could support those types of customers.
Another area affected by the lack of broadband connectivity is business. In Frederick County, we have prime locations for warehouses, retail, and manufacturing, but without available broadband access at times, this may deter businesses from locating in our community.
Broadband for the community means, obviously for us in economic development, it means infrastructure. It's the same classification as water and sewer lines, electrical lines and such. As we go forward in today's economy, it's becoming almost as a core requirement for businesses of all different sizes to have broadband capacity inside your area.
Electronic government can help streamline people's interaction with government agencies and provide information about government policies, procedures, benefits, and programs.
Historically, if you wanted to learn something, you'd have to come to the department. You'd have to read about it in the newspaper, come to the planning department, or go to the library and pull an agenda. Now all that information is available online, so you can sit in the comforts of your home and read and understand what we're doing and provide comment. So there's a significant advantage if broadband was available throughout the county, because people would be aware of what we were doing in the planning department and planning for the county's future.
Frederick County is my home. This is a community that prides itself for having humble roots, a hard-working, family-based community. This is a rural community with just over 80,000 residents. The Frederick County Broadband Committee completed a survey that found some interesting facts about our county's internet capabilities. 12.2% of the population has no wireline broadband service available. That's almost 10,000 people, while Frederick County is ranked 101 out of 134 Virginia localities with one or more wireline providers available. 27% of those that responded said that cost was a barrier to them having adequate broadband.
Many families moved to Frederick County, Virginia to reclaim a simpler life, to escape the hustle and bustle of the more congested surroundings. But with that in mind, some still require reliable broadband access to be able to work, learn, and communicate. The Frederick County local government has conducted studies and identified several areas that are not served or underserved regarding broadband access. This affects our ability to take advantage of the technologies that are used daily at school, work, or home. Those areas are Mountain Falls, Shawnee Land, Gore, Kernstown, and Gainsboro.
We would be missing something if we did not point out the social aspect of broadband connectivity. It helps us stay in contact with the world, whether through social media or video conferencing. These methods of communication have taken off because of broadband technologies. And for our generation, it's what we know. Think of broadband as access to the world around us. Think of the opportunities missed by having barriers that prevent us from becoming part of the flat world. Frederick County is not alone in the quest of having broadband connectivity available to all who choose to use it. Thank you for taking the time to learn about our county. Now, let's get connected.
Hi, my name is Isabella Lambert. Speaking on behalf of the community, we are asking the Board of Supervisors, along with County Administration, to continue the research and the development of partnership with private internet service providers that have the necessary bandwidth. At this time, I would like to ask you if you had any questions for us. If there are no questions, we would like to thank you for your time, to thank everybody that helped. If Mr. Walter Banks and Mr. Jeremy Colson would please come up for a token of appreciation.